Top things to see and do in Malta. Explore Valletta. This is Malta's capital and it's definitely worth spending a couple days there to explore. While it isn't that big, there is a surprising amount to see and do. You can walk the fortifications, visit St. John's Cathedral, the History Museum, the gardens, a plethora of churches, the National War Museum, wander the narrow roads and alleys, or relax at one of the many cafes. There's also an underground tour where you can the catacombs under the tunnel that were turned into a secret military base during World War II and the Cold War. Hike a coastal trail in Gozo. It has a few different routes around the island, including their difficulty and approximate duration. If you can only do one, hike from Marseille Forum to the Azure Window. You'll get to pass all the traditional salt pans that line the coast. You can get a map from the tourist office in Rabat, Victoria. Wander Medina. Medina is a fortified city, surrounded by towering walls, and served as the original capital of the country. There are lots of quaint shops to visit and great views to soak in as you wander the narrow streets. The city is small, so it won't take long to wander around. There's a great wine bar in town too. Be sure to visit the nearby catacombs and ancient Roman house. And don't miss the Knights of Malta Museum if you want a weird, but interesting, experience. Attend the carnival. Malta throws its own version of Carnival every February. Celebrations are held all around the island, with parades, dancing, and costumes. Much of the population heads to Gozo for the weekend, so be sure to plan ahead as public transportation during that time can be a nightmare, more so than usual. Visit the Blue Lagoon. This is arguably the best, and most popular, beach in Malta. It's situated between Camino and Caminato, which is between the main island and Gozo. There is regular ferry service from Malta, however, if you want to visit from Gozo you will need to take a private boat. It can get incredibly busy here on the weekend, so be sure to come early to stake out a good spot. There's plenty of other beaches around the island you can visit without a crowd though. Cruise around the island. If you want to get a different view of the island, take a ride around the coast. You can hire a boat to show you around for about €25. Explore the Citadel. This fort was built by the British in Rabat, Victoria. It's free to enter and explore, with lots of little shops hidden down the alleys. The fort offers a great view of the city and surrounding area, making it a good place to come at sunset. Go diving. Malta isn't known as a diving destination, yet the island is surrounded by a plethora of shipwrecks that make for great explorations. The water in many places is also incredibly clear, making it a prime diving hub. A single tank boat dive will cost around €45. Hit the road. If your driving chops are up to par, try renting a car and getting off the beaten path. There are lots of winding and remote places to explore, and a car will give you the absolute freedom to do as you please. Considering the island is so small, you can just spend the day exploring the aging and decrepit towns that dot the island. Just know that drivers here tend to be on the aggressive side. Relax in the lower and upper Baraka Gardens, located in Valletta. I love these gardens. They overlook the harbor, make a great place to watch the comings and goings of people and boats, and are relaxing. Bring a book or a snack, grab a spot on a bench, and watch the world go by. The lower gardens are a lot quieter and the ones I prefer the most. Plus it has a cool temple in the center. St. Paul's Catacombs, located near Medina. These underground tunnels were used by the Romans as cemeteries up until the 4th century. Here you'll find the earliest evidence of Christianity on Malta, making the catacombs a great activity for any history buff. Admission is €5 for adults and €3.50 for students and seniors.